Hello guys, this is Raj, and in the today's video I'm going to talk about very important thing. Before I start this today's video, let me tell you three important things so that you can understand what is the video all about, right? So start with that. First things that I want to make it very clear that I will tell you about a storybook, as I have mentioned in the a community post that do you want me to make any video on the storybook, which storybook to read. That's why I will make a video, means I'm making this video and I will recommend you one storybook. This is very simple that you can read. Second thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell you another book that you can purchase from online. And third thing that I'm going to do is that I have made a PDF of one storybook, one you can say conversational books, and that is free of cost for you. You can download this PDF from my description box and you can actually read it online at free of cost. No charges will be levied, means no charge you have to pay for that, right? This book is free, but other two books you can purchase if you want. After watching this video, if you want that these books are really very simple and these books are very much interestable, then definitely you can actually purchase that book if you want, right? So without any further delay, let's get started. Now first things that I want to make it very clear that why do we need to have reading, right? So these things, it should be very clear inside the mind of yours that why do we need to have reading. That is first of all importance of reading. Like why you have to read books, because reading is itself having two benefit. That is, while you are speaking, so you can actually understand how the sentence structure is written. First benefit is that. Second thing is that obviously I said two benefits, but other benefits are also there. Like you can say that when you are reading, if you are reading loudly, that means your mouth muscle are working, that means you are speaking somehow. So definitely you are just watching and speaking, that is not at all my matter. My matter of point is that you are speaking something, that is very good exercise for your mouth muscle, and in case of English speaking, that is very good. Third thing is that you are getting a friend, means books can be your friends. I am not talking about formal education and all, I am talking about books can be friend. Books can change you, how the way you are thinking and how the way you will be thinking after reading that book. That's what very important in case of English speaking or in case of just living a life, right? For that, books are really very important. But at the beginning level, we cannot read such a noble and all these things, very difficult books that are written like life lessons and all. So we can start with some simple books where some morals are there and we can understand these morals by the way of reading that story. And that's why I have picked up this storybook, and I will tell you about the storybook, how it works and how the way you can learn the morals of the life through that simple and understandable story books. And this English language that is written in that books, that is very simple. I am giving you guarantee, once I will read with you that particular page of that book, definitely you will get to know that how simple it is to understand about the English speaking. And that's what the motive of today's video is, that I'm not telling you anything, any difficult books or novel or something like that, do this book, read this book. No, I'm telling you the simple story book that you can start with. Then you can actually develop the habit of reading. Once you will be habituated in the process of reading, then definitely you can read other books as well as also, right? So as I have talked about like importance, now as many times I have talked about this thing that reading should be there, right? As I know that I have made an equation for you where if you are focusing on your English speaking, that means your 60% of time should be gone for speaking. Now next 25% time should be gone for listening, and remaining 15% time should be gone for reading. And that's how I have divided this equation. I have divided this for you, and you have to be applying this for your English speaking journey. Now how will you be applying? For that I have made a detailed video for the beginners. How do you plan for your English speaking? Definitely you can check it out, that video, right? So now my point is that let us read that book and let us understand how it works. Let me pick up this book. Now this book, as you can see that, I don't know are you able to see it or not, this is the book, very amazing and interesting book. Let me read with you. Okay, now I have just open 25th page. So here it is written that golden bird. Okay, the golden bird. Once upon a time some beautiful swans lived in the pond of a very beautiful palace. Now, as you know, palace means where the king, queens are living, right? So you can actually assume that palace imagination in your imagination. King loved them a lot. On the king's order, the palace staff took care of all the needs of swans. They were fed with delicious foods and grains. Like kings were too much, you can say, kind. That's why he would feed the particular birds and animals. He would love the animals. That's why he would feed the birds with some delicious foods and all. One day a golden swan landed in the pond. His whole body was covered with feathers means that is covered inside the bodies of, you can say, the birds, right? Those who are the like a birds is having the feathers, right? So feathers made of pure gold, right? Look at the bird, he's made of pure gold, said one swan to other. Now one swan of that pond said that, oh, look at this, look at the particular swan, his feathers are actually in pure gold. Oh yes, he is so beautiful, as we are looking quite dull before him, replied the other one. If he lives in the pond, the king will not pay any attention to us. All the servants will be after his service only. And another swan said also, right? So what they are saying, as they are trying to say that all the swans are normal swans, right? So they are getting jealous about that particular golden swan, right? If they are thinking that, oh, just because he's like a golden swan means king will love him too much, because as we are the normal swans, right, we are not looking attractive. But when it comes to that golden swan, obviously people will pay attention to him. Even our king also will pay attention. That's what this particular swans are telling. They are getting jealous about that particular golden swan. Thus being jealous and worried of beauty and worth of golden bird, all the swans requested him, right? I'm not going to read another page because it will make the video too much lengthy. So what I have realized is that about particular this book, here very simple words are there, very simple words. You can read that entire book. Once you will purchase, you will get to know that how simple the book is. Now let me read another page with you, some few portion. To leave the pond and go somewhere else, the golden bird listened to them with the consent and patience. Then he said, dear friends, I understood your worry, but I cannot leave this pond. That's the golden bird is saying, that I understood your point, but I cannot leave this pond because the world outside the palace is not safe for me. The greedy people are searching for me to kill me and get my feathers that are made of pure golds. Because you know, the worry sign of that golden swan is that he is very worried about his life, because other particular human beings are actually looking for his golden feather. They want to kill him so that they can sell that particular golden feathers. That's why he is very worried about his life. So I know that king of his kingdom is not greedy man. That's why. Moreover, he loves and protects the birds and animals that live inside the palace. So please do not ask me to go from here. Please. That's why golden swan is requesting other swans that I cannot go. Please, give me the allowance to stay here. That's what the golden swan is actually telling, right? So this is the thing, that this story is very simple. This story is very simple, and you can understand by the way of reading by your own, right? Now I will tell you another thing is also. Now this time definitely this is going to also help you. Now I will tell you the ebook. This is not at all ebook. This book I have made by myself. Means I have made by myself means I collected this book from one of my student, and I took the pictures of that and I made a PDF for you, just because that you can read it at free of cost. So okay, so let me give you an just overview of that. This time, as you know that I have mentioned this PDF, right, that I made. So yes, you can see this is the book, and this is a conversational book, right, where 2 or 3 people are making conversation with each other, so you can understand how the English are spoken, right? So this is very important book, and this is the, you can say that class 2, I think class 2 book it is, right, class 2 standard book. But you know, we have nothing to say worry about that. Why we are reading class 2 book, because our intention is to understand the basic English. That's why I have picked up this book, and I'm going to tell you that how you can read. So you can read by your own. I'm not going to read with you, but still you can read by your own, right? So this is very simple English that is written, and you can read the conversation, right? So this is very effective for your English speaking. And this particular book you can find in my description box at a free of cost. Okay, now let me tell you one thing, that is I have another book with you. Okay, I have another book for you, that is How I Taught My Grandmother to Read. This is the wonderful, that is written by Sudha Murthy, and this book I am not having because I read, I think you can say 5 months or 6 months ago. That time I had this book, I collected this book from my friend, so that's why I read. I know about the story about this, like where that this girl, like a 12 years I think girl, she's teaching her, she's telling the stories to her grandmother, the way she is telling. And one day she went somewhere. Now then she came back, then she saw that her grandfather is crying because she's illiterate, right? So she cannot just read the stories. And then this time she understood the values. Then this particular child started giving him the lessons, means started telling her the stories and all these things. These are there, so you can read it by your own. So this book little advanced, but I would not say that too much advanced. You can read by your own. But the first book that I have mentioned, that is very much simple, very much basic, so you can definitely purchase that book from online, right? Or if you do not find, then if you do not find it online, definitely I will try to give you another options for that also, right? You can comment me. But this book is, first book is amazing, second book I told you, third book is also amazing, right? How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, really amazing book. So these are the 3 books definitely you can read, and you can understand that how simple it is. And I hope that you really found this video wonderful. And if you want me to give you some free books by the way of making a video, so definitely leave a comment. That's what I'm waiting for you, because I have also 3 ready books that I will give you. If you just only when I will give you, if you are commenting me on my comment section that I want this free book, right? As I will make a PDF and I will give you, okay, through my video. So if you want that book, that 3 books, definitely comment me and like this video, so that definitely it can spread to more viewers, so that we can actually make a good community for our English speaking. Thank you for that, and take care of yourself.